Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome back for some more EVE Online. Welcome back also to SiSi, the test server for EVE Online, where in today's video we're gonna take a first look at the Skybreaker and the new Vorton Projector, the new weapon system for the Edencom ships. I got all the skill points into this ship, the battleship, and then at least enough to be able to fire the weapon. That's really pretty much it. It will cost quite a bit of skill points in order to get all of these new skills trained, but I managed to do it. This guy is fit, and let's go. I just found a drone gathering which has lots of small targets, and so the Vorton Projector has a damage per second of only 19.5. But if I press show info on the attribute, arc chain targets is 5. So what I'm basically hoping is that we can find some rats that are close enough together, and alright, we have some rats here for sure, and that we'll be able to try and handle them. So let's maybe take this, and then we'll do an orbit, let's say at 15. I am cap stable with a medium shield booster, so this is definitely a pretty strong platform, and here we go. Oh yeah, I don't have any of these sets. Ooh, look at that. At least a couple of them have been hit. So that's nice. Second shots. Where does it fire from? I do wonder that. Ooh, right there. Oh my god. So that's the arc projector firing. Let's take another look at it. That's pretty cool. And then we'll go to the main rat, and we'll have him view one of his mates, and then we'll see when he gets hit by the... Oof, that is quite disruptive. Oh, that effect is maybe a little bit too much, or is it because these are actually drones and the target is so small that that this is what it looks like? Alright, interesting. So we get our chain lightning going for the first time in EVE Online. There you can see it, and I think, did we just destroy something? Nope. Oh, I can only have 5 targets up as well. So are we hitting one of these? Yeah, we are. We are also hitting that Alvi. So I'm actually gonna get rid of this, and then we're gonna try... Oh no, it's this one. Well, let's get back on here. And then you can see the hits in damage. Pretty much no diminishing returns, so it hits for full damage on all of them apparently. Pretty interesting. Let's see if we can catch this at, like, yeah, the end of the chain. Very disruptive visuals at this point. I am going to say this at this point, definitely. This is SiSi, the test server, work in progress, so all of this is subject to change. But we got our first target down, and then next I think we'll just try firing at the Hunter Alvi. Let's see how he... that is pretty cool though. So this seems to be the idea behind the new Edencom ships. Create a weapon that is meant to disrupt the really large fleets that group up in one big ball, and that will be extra vulnerable to this. The range of the bounce is like 10 kilometers, so it is actually pretty generous. And it will have very, very bad single target damage. So not really sure how useful it will be for PvE, but this first test was already pretty damn nice so far. And then we have a couple more cruisers coming in, so we won't have, I think, the necessary DPS to do this very quickly and efficiently. Let's see if we've got something else. Right now I've got SlamBolt. Let's try MesmerFlux. What kind of DPS do we have here? 19.4. Let's take a look at another one then. BlastShot. That's 38. Alright, the range is only 18 kilometers then, but that is definitely more damage. And then I also have GalvaSurge, and this is also a Tech 1 version, so you'll have a Tech 2 version as well. And this one has 38.3, same thing pretty much. Alright, let's give that a go. And now it's already too far away. Alright, let's fire at this one and see if maybe this guy, at 19 kilometers, does get sniped by the effect. That is pretty cool, I'm gonna say. Does it also hit anything outside of the rats? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it actually hits this structure. It actually goes after the infested station as its 5th target, as it's got... only 4 of them of active rats to do. Not really sure if you can get into trouble with that, but you can definitely get out of range because of this. So let's fly a little bit closer and let's get back into it. Maybe we'll try to hit this one, the silverfish algae. 17, that should be doable, and then we'll take like the beefiest one and we'll orbit him at 10. And now you can also take a look at the shield effects on this ship, as the it is very unique looking. Oh, did it just bounce to something that didn't make sense visually? Let's get another look at it. Fire your projector, please. Basically, on this frigate... Oh, it's because I'm not firing. That's what's happening. I destroyed my targets. So there it goes. Now you can clearly see... Oh, and that is actually something I'd never seen before. We're actually hitting the shield on this infested station. And look at how beautiful that is. That is actually freaking amazing. And we actually did just get through, shot through. So the high DPS stuff is actually pretty interesting. There they blow up nicely in unison. And it actually does some damage even to these rat cruisers. So we get another 5 coming on the field, which is perfect for us, of course. We're gonna orbit one of them at like 10 kilometers, and then we're gonna try this again. Infested station is gone. That was actually really beautiful to see those shields pop up like that. And okay, all right, I'm almost gonna ask for a utility high so that I can actually do exploration in this ship as well. That would be pretty damn cool. We're within 19. Let's open fire. And so this can potentially be extended by, I'm guessing, 50 kilometers in range if you've got like a lucky chain or something like that. And now you can see the full damage. And is it also hitting this one? Oh, I don't have enough targets. I can't see it if I'm still hitting something more. But yeah, this is hitting these cruisers pretty beefily, I'm gonna say. Does it ever miss? Oh, yes, it sometimes misses because it's going after the infested station ruins. This is something that I also seen on a post on the subreddit. You could like deploy drones, and that'll just be 5 targets for the arc to bounce at. Now, with small weapons like this could really help clear out drones very quickly off the field. On the other hand, if you're fighting on grid with an enemy station, you can fully expect that one to soak up at least one of your shots almost every single time, and that is gonna diminish the effectiveness quite a little bit. On top of that, now this guy is more than 10 kilometers off of the infested ruins, and as a result, that hit did not push through. We're just hitting this one. So it definitely has its limitations, and it basically requires you, I think, to really move yourself in the right spot, give yourself the right orbits. It's gonna be a far more tactical ship for sure. On the other hand, the sheer amount of DPS that you could get out of this in optimal circumstances could be kind of crazy. But this is very interesting, very nice effect. I'm actually kind of enjoying this at this point, and I do wonder what we could do to like get more out of this ship. Maybe what I could do is really orbit this very closely to try and force them to get pretty close on this as well. And let's take another look with the high damage stuff. That is beautiful, and look at that shield. Now we're right very close to that, and so we should see that shield effect a couple more times. This time it's over there. Very, very cool. I didn't even know that these things had shields, but here we can now see the weapon in full effect. Oh, beautiful. Really, really cool. And visually, I'm liking this. It's futuristic. Definitely looks aggressive with this, but keep in mind this is also going to be still work in progress and definitely subject to change. But I'm already pretty impressed. This is pretty cool. On top of that, there's going to be a battleship version, which I have. I'll show you guys the battle. Oh, I can actually show that through the market window normally. So you find them in the faction ships, actually. So if we want to go for the Skybreaker, just go to frigates. Navy faction, and then here it is. That's the Skybreaker that we're flying now. There's also gonna be a cruiser, faction cruisers, and we have it's called Stormbringer, but we can't see it just yet. So that one probably needs a little bit more development. Let's fire at the final cruiser. There we go. And then we get the battleship, faction battleships, Navy faction, and here is the Thunderchild, the least impressive name for the battleship version. Now that does look pretty cool, and so these will be these Vorton projectors on the sides and maybe on the back as well there. I'm not really sure how that'll exactly work out, but this is unique looking for sure, pretty impressive in my book. Yeah. Interesting, very, very interesting. Now we've got 2 destroyers coming after us, and we can fire at them right now. So let's do that. And yeah, that's so we've got. Oh, this is actually the weapon system and not this stuff down here. So we just have 2 basically antennae that form the centerpiece of the weapon system, and that then fires an energy arc at the targets that can then bounce off of them. I really wish it was a little bit more subtle on these targets, because zoomed in, fully zoomed in here, you can see this effect is very, very overwhelming. You don't get a lot of detail. Perhaps on bigger targets like battleships, it'll be a little bit less, but you're basically forced to be far more zoomed out in order to get a nice view of what's happening here. This frigate feels very impressive. I wonder how it would perform in the abyss, to be honest. That could be kind of interesting as well. Against a single target it's gonna be really bad, but against multiple targets you can really, I think, get a lot of DPS out of it. And if I show you guys the fitting, and it's definitely a shield ship, 4 mid slots, 3 low slots, and then the rigs of course, and only 1 high slot. I really wish all of them had maybe a utility. I would love to have a probe in there, a probe launcher in there, just personally, just to try it out as an exploration ship. Maybe asking a little bit too much there. But I can run a compact afterburner and a medium shield booster on this continuously. You saw I took next to no damage. We got good speed, incredible tankiness in my opinion for the hull. And then you still have 3 low slots, so I put 2 Vorton tuning system 2s in here that don't require lots of extra skills in order to get going. Very, very impressed. Now I was heading over to Detal anyways to see if there's anything more there. It does cost us a little bit of cap, but we will be absolutely fine. And so that is that first look at the new Vorton Projector and the Skybreaker frigate for Edencom. Does this mean that you have to support Edencom in order to get this ship? Probably not. This is the EVE sandbox after all. Eventually they will come to the market, but no, we have a lot of skills to train for this as well. In Spaceship Command we have Edencom frigate, then you can go to Edencom cruiser, and then eventually to Edencom battleship as well. And in the gunnery skills we have this is basically a full line where we have let's see here, Vorton Projector projector operation. Then you've got small, you'll have medium and large Vorton projectors, including an advanced skill as well, which I can't train. I need to get this guy to 5. Vorton extension, arc guidance. So all of these skills, it's gonna be full skill lines. Are they shown? Let's maybe do a show info on the skill as well. They are shown as Omega, so this will probably be something that's gonna be unique to subscribers for the game. Maybe adding a little bit more of a difference again in the playstyle between alphas and omegas with this stuff, which is highly specialized, is gonna require quite a bit of effort, like tactically, in order to really use effectively. Interesting in my book. Let's maybe do a move me command and get back to FD as well, because I have bought the battleship. Unfortunately, I don't have any skill points left in order to maybe I'll just do, let's see, where do I have to go? Oops, that's my mistake. Actually wanted to click on this one. Let's set my destination here so that I can, oh, that's the keep star. That's not where I wanted to go. Actually, the seated station is where we'll go. Oh, and also, of course, the new ships always will have a warp animation. And in this case, you can see that we basically move the wings a little bit and then we become more That's actually a very cool effect as well. The lighting effect, I like it. Very pronounced bridge, engines, and then back here you get these, I know, heat sinks for the Vorton projectors. Very cool. I'm liking the design. The weapon system, super specialized. It'll definitely shake things up substantially. And yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be like a PvP niche. At the moment, especially considering the ship fits with no utility highs, it sort of feels like that. And then I can end up by showing you guys the Thunder Child here as well. That's what this guy looks like. That is pretty damn cool. And so it'll be... Is it just gonna be this part here again? Yeah, probably this and this that will create the Vorton projector beam. Or maybe this and this. There's a little bit of lighting effects going on there as well. Very, very cool. Look at this as well. The colors, the logo of Edencom on there. And then, of course, eventually we'll probably have skins for this. Okay, this is already on SiSi. Very cool. If you want to, definitely check it out for yourself as well. And I myself am looking forward to the mass test, to testing it out a little bit more, to also getting that cruiser. But oh, maybe I can show that to you guys. Unfortunately, my first thought, of course, whenever I see new ships is exploration. So the Stormbringer, you can look at its attributes and it only has one high power slot, which means, of course, it only has one slot for the weapon. So you won't really be able to use that as an exploration platform because you don't have room for a probe launcher. 6 medium slots, so definitely potentially a very strong shield tank. 3 low power slots. You can definitely add a little bit of DPS on there, and then the rigs as well, which at the moment I don't think they have anything for the Vorton projectors. And you can also clearly see no drones, so no drone support. Of course, you'd probably just end up destroying your own drones with that weapon system. And here we do have 2 high slots on the Thunder Child, but again, no drones and 1 turret hardpoint. So this is really a unique ship with a unique weapon system. Just like with the Triglavians, this is their thing, and the only thing really that'll work for them at this point. Very cool. I hope you enjoyed this first look, and I already look forward to the mass test and to seeing a whole chaos of all of these chain lightnings, these Vorton projections in a big fleet fight. For now, that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.